Moreover, Charlie can also imagine that although she is out of danger now, she must be tortured by injuries all the time. This feeling must be very painful. And she could not have played this game. However, she did everything to make him admire. Even in the last match against Aushway, she waited for a chance to win with one move in order to make him notice her, even if she was injured. Charlie knew very well that if it wasn't for him, how could that silly girl be injured so badly? It is precisely because of this that he always feels distressed for how she looked when she was injured. Charlie also reflected on that, as a married man, he should not feel sorry for other women, let alone her. However, that kind of mood is completely beyond his control. After washing, Charlie quietly left the bedroom without waking Claire, who was still asleep. At this time, Isaac had taken his entourage and waited at the door of Thompson. Charlie went downstairs and saw that Jacob and Elaine hadn't gotten up, so he left a note, and then hurried out of the house. At the door of Thompson, several Rolls-Royce cars parked side by side. As soon as Charlie came out, Isaac and his men all got out of the car, bowed respectfully to him, and said in unison, "Master." Charlie nodded and got into the same car with Isaac. As soon as he got on, Isaac immediately said to Charlie, "Master Paul and Liang are all going by themselves." Mr. Orville and Ichiro walked past the kennel. "We only need to meet them at the airport, the plane and the crew personnel are all ready, and they will leave at any time after we arrive." Charlie said, "The biggest difference between private jets and ordinary civil aviation flights is that the time is relatively free. As long as you apply for today's flight route, you can theoretically depart at any time." There is an idea in his subconscious mind now, that is to go to Tokyo to get things done, and then rush all the way to Kyoto. Don't know why, Nanako has become a curse in his heart, always emerging and constantly affecting his emotions. He felt that this might be mainly because he felt a bit of sympathy for Nanako's experience, and if he cured her by himself, this demon would naturally be eliminated. As a result, he said to Isaac a little impatiently, "Okay, time is waiting for no one. Hurry, Orus Hill Airport." The plane arranged by Isaac has been waiting in the hangar for a long time. Orville had already arrived with Ichiro, and was waiting under the plane. Liang and Paul also arrived early, waiting for Charlie's arrival. 9 o'clock in the morning. Isaac's motorcade drove to the hangar one after another. He immediately got out of the car and personally opened the door for Charlie. After Charlie got out of the car, everyone came forward to greet him. Charlie nodded slightly, and said to everyone, "Are all the people here? If they are all there, then get on the plane now." Isaac counted, and respectfully said to Charlie, "Mr. Charlie, it's all here." "Okay, let's go." In addition to Isaac, Orville, Liang, Paul and Ichiro, who accompanied Charlie, there were also some 12 people under Mr. Orville and Isaac following them along. After everyone boarded the plane, the crew immediately started the engine of the plane, pushed the plane out of the hangar, and then contacted the tower to jump in and take off. The plane jumped into the air and flew eastward. During the flight, Ichiro was restless and looked very nervous. He plucked up the courage, came to Charlie's side, and asked respectfully, "Master, what if other members of the family are unwilling to accept me, and even think that I am the murderer of my father and refuse to let me inherit Kobayashi Pharmaceutical?" Charlie said lightly, "I have a video of Jiro's confession in my hand, and I will show it to them in time." Ichiro asked again, "Then what if they still don't believe it?" Charlie smiled contemptuously, "Don't believe it? Just go through the legal process if they don't believe it. They said that you killed your father. Can they show tangible evidence? If they can't show it, it proves that you were not the murderer of your father. What can they do with you?" After that, Charlie said again, "Besides, your brother has disappeared now, and you are the only heir to your father's estate. If the other members of your family do not agree with you, then all of them will be driven out of Kobayashi Pharmaceutical and let them fend for themselves." Ichiro said with a little emboldened expression, "Master, let's not tell you that, on the board of directors of Kobayashi Pharmaceuticals, there are my uncles and family elders. Although they have no actual shares, they have certain shares. From the pharmacy, they take a lot of dividends, and they all hold some more important positions. If this group of people works against me, it's really not that easy to deal with. Charlie said indifferently, these are not problems. At that time, we will give them two ways. The first is to cooperate honestly. As long as they are obedient, the dividends that should be given to them will still be given to them, but if they don't toast, there is only a second way to eat, drink, and fine. When that happens, there will be no one left, all of them will be gone. Everyone will be transferred after the earth is gone. These important positions can also be rebuilt with a new management team. After that, Charlie pointed to Liang and said to Ichiro, it's really not possible. I will split a part of the management team of JX Pharmaceuticals and take over the management. Then you will stay in Japan and enjoy the life of a drunken fan. Just do it, don't worry about anything else. Ichiro knew very well that after he successfully transferred 90% of the shares to Charlie, Kobayashi Pharmaceutical has nothing to do with him. What he can do is to honestly take the dividends given by Charlie and live a life of drunken dreams of ordinary rich people.